there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk's Bounty video. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Grand Inquisitor from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Now this is the first figure from the new wave that I'm going to be reviewing. It was between the Grand Inquisitor and Grand Admiral Thrawn. I did ask you on the overview video that I posted yesterday which one you'd like me to review first, and it was kind of a tie between the two. But I've gone for the Grand Inquisitor purely because it's a brand new, all newly tooled figure, which are few and far between in the vintage collection these days. Grand Admiral Thrawn uses a lot of parts of the sort of other Imperial officers, so it's not as an exciting figure, although of course the character of Grand Admiral Thrawn is awesome. So I'm going to go with this one. This is the Grand Inquisitor. Let's have a look at the card back. There he is. I do like the image that they've chosen there. Pretty decent image there for the Grand Inquisitor, and the figure in the bubble looks awesome. I like the green that they've used as well for the name pill. He is VC 293 in the line, and there is the other figures from the wave that I'm going to be reviewing over the next few days. But yeah, he looks good. I did mention in my review from yesterday of the Obi-Wan and Darth Vader 2-pack that we don't have enough characters from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. You know, we've got 3 Obi-Wans, 2 Vaders, and then not much else. This guy was one of the ones that I wanted originally when the show was airing, basically, along with all the other Inquisitors. Now we've got him, we've got Reva. We also need the other 2 as well. How long it'll take Hasbro to give us those ones, I don't know. But of course, the Grand Inquisitor is also in Star Wars Rebels as well, although this version is based on the live action. I did quite like the character in the show. I know a lot of people didn't really like the show too much. I thought it was okay. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be, but it was just okay. But there he is in the bubble, as said before. Let's get him open and check out the figure. Okay then, so here he is out of the packaging. I've just got him in a simple pose for you there, just so you can take a look at the figure. We will look at him in close-up detail in a second, but I just wanted to put him there holding on to the double-bladed lightsaber, just so you can get a good idea of what's involved. Right off the bat, I've got to say that I do really like the figure. It's full of detail. There's lots going on with it. It's got a soft goods cape, you've got the lit lightsaber, and you've got the lightsaber hilt, which does attach to his back, which is obviously a feature that you want with this character, and I'm really pleased that they've managed to do that for the vintage collection. I'll show you how that works in a second, but you can just see everything that you get with the figure now. And I am pleased to say as well that the lightsaber that he's holding there is completely different to the version that is packed in with the Reva figure. Obviously it's a very similar lightsaber, but the hilt and everything is completely different, which is great. We know the history that Hasbro have had with lightsaber hilts and things like that, so I'm just pleased that it is completely different. But there he is, looking awesome. As I said, regardless of what you think of the show, this figure is a really good figure, packed with articulation, packed with decent engineering to allow for the articulation as well, which I will show you in a second. But there he is, so let's take a look at him close up. First up, let's just take a quick look at the accessories. So this is the lit lightsaber, and as you can see, really nicely painted hilt there. You've got some silver detail on the middle as well. These are not removable, it just has to be like that basically. And then you've got a hilt which looks pretty much exactly the same, but obviously without the red blades, and you can see the 2 pins there, which is what's going to hold it onto his back. But I just wanted to show these quickly because I have got Reva's lightsaber here. So here's Reva's, and then we'll just bring in the Grand Inquisitors. You can see it's a bit bigger as well, which is great, and a slightly different red on the blades as well, but completely different designs, which seems quite obvious for them to do, but I'm pleased that they have done that. Okay then, let's take a look at the figure close up. There's the head sculpt. I think they've done a pretty good job. It's a decent likeness, and I do like the paint apps on his face there. They seem pretty straight to me, which is good. He's got some pretty evil eyes going on there, and of course he is just a seriously pale guy. There's those things over his ears. There's the back of his head. So I think they've done a pretty good job getting the likeness there. And it just seems whenever they do an all new figure, it seems to be very good quality. The likenesses always seem pretty decent to me. And of course, this is what we want more of, basically. More new tooling, more new figures. And there's the soft goods. It's very much like sort of Lando's cape material. So it's not like a Jedi's robe or anything, it's thinner than that. But it's two-toned, you've got these sort of bronzy brown on the inside and then black on the outside. And there's those pins on the back, so we're just going to show you that now. So there's those pins, there's the peg holes rather. And we'll just plonk that in there. And of course, that is a feature that you're going to want with your Grand Inquisitor. And I've got to say, I do like the look of that. That looks awesome. So, you know, when I display this guy on my shelf, it's definitely going to be without the lit lightsaber, and he's going to have that on his back. That is pretty awesome. I do like that a lot. So let's just take it off quickly, because I just want to talk about the soft goods and how it's attached to his back. So I was wondering if it had like a rope or a piece of string going around the arms, very much like they did with the Moff Gideon from the rescue set, but they haven't done that at all. The soft goods is actually pinned under the armor piece there at the top. And if you look at the front armor, it is actually of a soft vinyl plastic. And if you move that, you can see the soft goods goes right underneath there. So I think it's probably glued underneath that chest piece there, so it's secure, it's not going anywhere. You haven't got any silly bits of string to make it loose or anything, so it sits on his back absolutely perfect, and it looks like it's going over his shoulders as well, which is awesome. Looking at the figure from the front, we've got the shiny black armor on his chest plate with some red paint apps as well, and then he's got some decent paint apps on the belt with some buttons and everything, one red, the rest is silver. And then if we look at the figure from the back, you can see some nice sculpting work on the trousers or pants if you're in the US, and also on the arms as well. So completely unique. It looks fantastic. Now he has some armor pieces on his shoulders at the top of his arms. These are actually stuck to the top of the arm, and they do not hinder at all when you do this for the articulation, because cleverly the armor is of a soft plastic. So this actually just goes underneath there, which is pretty cool. So the arm goes all the way round, doesn't get caught up with the soft goods or anything like that. So the way they've designed that is great. And he also has similar armor on his legs. Now the problems with these is that it does hinder the articulation ever so slightly, because he does have the new barbell hips. So if you go like that, that's about as far as you can go because of that armor piece. However, you do have the split at the thigh. So what you can do is you can just move that out of the way a little bit and then move his leg up, and then you can sort of get him into different poses that way. But just going like that, straight splits, it's going to be there, and that's about all you can do. In terms of the rest of articulation, he has a barbell on the head, on that neck piece there, so you get plenty of range of motion, forward, back, left, right, round and round. Really good. He has a ball joint on the torso. We've talked about the ball hinges on the shoulders. He also has the hinges at the elbows, and of course he has hinges at the wrists. And just to make you aware, the hinges on the wrists go in the same direction on both hands. I would imagine that's because he doesn't have a blaster. He doesn't need to hold a rifle in both hands or anything, and it probably helps with the sort of lightsaber and things like that. As I said, he has the barbell hips. He has the split at the thigh. We have a decent knee joint hidden by the sculpting on his trousers, and of course we have the hinge rocker at the bottom for his ankles, which is awesome. So fully articulated figure. He looks fantastic, really good. So when they make figures of this quality, you can understand the price point a little bit more compared to like a repaint or a reissue or something like that. You know, this is all new tooling, brand new character. So yeah, it feels like you're getting a bit more for your money. And finally, I just wanted to stand him next to Reva so you can get an idea of scale of how tall and how big the figure is. Of course, it's a female character. She does have quite a big hairpiece on top of her head there. So I think that's pretty accurate to me. And it's, you know, as I said before, it's good to get more of these characters. They just don't do enough of them for me, but it's always a welcome addition when we do get one. And this Grand Inquisitor for me is a really nice figure. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and channel members. Your support means a great deal to me as always. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching everybody, and we shall see you on the next one.